Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video, I'm going to teach you 5 great melodic fragments from some jazz standards, and then more importantly, I'm going to show you how to use what those melodies teach you to play some better solos. So we're going to jump right in. Before I do so, make sure you check out the link below for my guitar community. I'm starting that in about 5 days. It's going to be pretty great. If you guys want to see the details, check below. Okay, so our first example is coming from the Jazz Standard 4, Miles Davis tune. And the fragment is this, it's quoted often. Now, what I want to teach you here is we're going to take that idea, but the important concept here is let's analyze where this melody is starting on as far as scale degree and where it ends. So we're on an E flat major 7, we're starting on the 5th, and then we're ending on the major 7th. So if we want to move this idea around, we're going to at first need to start on the 5th of that chord and end on the 7th. And for this, we're going to apply a lot of these to Take the A Train. That's the first standard I'm going to be going over in my guitar community. So let's apply that idea now to C major 7. So our 5th of C major is G, and so we're going to do the same idea but now applied to C. Right here in Take the A Train, we go to D7. If I want to keep it the same, we could just stay on the B for like a D13, or you could also go to the sharp 11. So that's the first idea. Our second idea comes from the song Inner Urge. It sounds like this. And the concept I want to take away from this is that we can repeat an idea, but just make one small change. And that has a huge impact on the melodicism of our solo. So let's apply this now to Take the A Train again. For this one, let's use a backing track so we can hear how it sounds over the whole part. Okay, so as you can see in this one, we can basically retain the whole quote from Inner Urge and play it over Take the A Train. It actually sounds pretty cool. So the idea here, once again, is we want to repeat that idea, but just make one small change in how we do that. In this case, it's that F sharp. The one small change is moving that to F. And we could continue this throughout the whole progression as we see fit. Our third idea comes from Invitation, and we're taking this part of the melody, the. And what I want to teach you here is a very important concept you might have heard me talk about before, and this is applying our melodic ideas and visualizing them over a specific chord shape. So I'm going to do that for Invitation here. We're going to take a quick break from Take the A Train, and let's apply that melodic idea over a chord shape. In this case, C minor 6/9, could be C minor major 7. And I make that shape within that chord shape. So the shape of the melody fits and is associated with that chord shape. We want to do this especially for these kind of irregular, big interval melodies. So that's the first one. Our second one is this. Then we have this one. Hopefully you can see how it always fits right in that chord shape. Next one is this. And then our last one is this. For this fourth idea, we're actually going to take an idea from Take the A Train, and this is this part of the melody where it goes. And the concept here is I want to move that idea around within the scale. And by doing that, by moving your lines around, we can come up with a lot of patterns, a lot of maybe interesting ideas that we wouldn't have otherwise come up with. So in this case, this is at G7 going to C major. If we move it up though, we could move it, say, to this part between C and D, or even up to D to E. Gives us that like sharp 11, like kind of this D major over C. When you apply this idea and start moving it around, really make sure you found a good fingering that works for you before moving it around. Because obviously if the fingering is awkward, you're not going to be able to easily move it around in patterns. This is one that Jonathan Kreisberg is known for doing quite a bit of. And it sounds great. Our last idea here is a quote from Anthropology, the Rhythm Changes tune. the melodic fragment we're taking is this one. And then what we're going to do with that is move it around to different positions. And then we can see some of the better places for that to work, but it also lets us apply that idea across the fretboard. So if you do all of these different ideas, you'll really have a great understanding of the melodic idea you're working on and be able to apply it all across the fretboard, which is basically the goal. We want freedom to play these ideas when it comes to us. So let's look at applying this anthropology quote on a few different positions. Again, I'm going to apply it and think about it within the context of a chord. Because this phrase is based around this B flat major, I can think about it like a major 7 or a dominant. I'm going to think about it like a dominant and apply it in some different ways. So this shape, and we have this shape, or like B flat 13, we have, and then we have this one down here. Kind of like this one, especially with that slide. And it fits right in our like B flat major pentatonic box. All right, last thing, let's apply this idea with some of the other ideas and move it around over Take the A Train. So instead of being in this B flat, we're gonna move it to C. We're gonna still stick to that C major, D7 sharp 11 sound. That's it for this lesson. You can download the free PDF for this below. If you guys want to join me as part of the jazz guitar community, click that link below, check out the description. I'm gonna give some bonuses for the first group of people that sign up. It's gonna be a blast, and I will see you there. Thanks. One last thing before we go, shout out to Sam S and shout out to Dave for joining as YouTube members. If you guys want to join as a YouTube member, just hit the join button below and you get some perks for that, which you guys can check out, such as monthly live Q&As and some of my video courses. So thanks guys, and see you guys in the next video.